Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is another video from Dark Mario 66, coming at you live from the Spinny Winnie Mangon Maximum Woony Boony. Oh, yep. Ooh, I feel it. I feel it. Yeah, I feel it. This video is going to be about two things, but one thing in the grand scheme of things. There's like two situations that happen, and it gave me the idea to talk about this. So I'll explain the two situations that happen, and I will explain, actually I'll talk about three situations and then wrap it up into one big idea. Oh, excuse me. So the first one, this is like worlds apart. So if you don't know, you don't know. And if you don't know, look it up. But I'll explain how they all connect after I'm done explaining each situation. So the first one is about the Smash Bros. Melee community. There's a guy named Hax. He recently passed away. It was very gruesome. I won't go into too much detail about that. All I know is that he passed away, and there's some events leading to him passing away, and it was pretty fucked up. It was pretty fucked up. Now, I'm not gonna point fingers and say this and that about who, what, when, where, why. I just wanted to say that because that's all you really need to know. And well, basically, okay, he passed away for however reason. He passed away, and that really shouldn't have happened. It shouldn't have came to that point, and that's all I'm going to say about that. The second situation is more in line with what I usually talk about. It's about VTubers. And I'm a little late to the party, but this is about the whole Cinder situation, where Cinder basically brought everybody up and then kicked everybody down, but then she screwed herself over in the process, trying to make it bigger than what she actually was. So she lost pretty much everything in one fell swoop due to like corporate greed or whatever, you know. And with that situation, it's not entirely connected to the first situation, but the way people reacted to the Cinder and what she did and all that stuff, it's just like, it's really uncalled for. And people need to realize that we're all humans. We all do things that are not always right, or perhaps we make mistakes, or whatever it may be. Cinder may have done something bad, but the fact, and what's crazy is that the people who were directly involved in what she did are saying the same thing, in which she does not deserve everybody coming at her and dogpiling on her about what she did, or about her apology, or about any of that. She 100% does not deserve that. No matter what she could have done, she does not deserve that. And the people directly involved in what Cinder did are saying the same thing, if not very similar things to what I just said. And it's true. Because it just all boils down to cancel culture. There's no reason for all these fans, all these people, whatever, coming out of the woodwork and dogpiling on Cinder. For the obvious reason is that, you know, she doesn't deserve it. She's already suffering from her own hubris. Like, she literally lost everything. And on top of that, you have all these random people dogpiling on her, talking shit to her. She literally lost every single thing. It doesn't matter if it's because of her own actions. If you lost everything that you love dear and near to your heart, and then you have a group of people kicking you while you're down, are you going to enjoy that? Do you want that to happen to you? Probably not. And like I said, the people directly involved, they don't want that either, because it's already, the punishment has been done. It doesn't matter what she does or says or does. It doesn't matter. The punishment is already done. She did her crime, and then she suffered her punishment. That's it. It's over. Whatever happens after that is whatever happens. Everybody moves on. Like, literally everybody moves on. Even Bao, who was the most hurt from the entire situation, took like a week or so to get back into her streams, and then everything was back to normal. If she could get over it that fast, then everybody else who probably doesn't even know who the fuck Cinder was before this can like get the fuck out and shut the fuck up, because it's none of your business. It's nobody's business except for Cinder and everybody directly involved. And like I said before, again, the people directly involved will say the same thing, is that Cinder has already suffered for what she did. There's no need to pile on. And the reason why I emphasize this, and like I said, it's pretty much a lot of people all over, pretty much related to cancel culture. People just love to be negative. People love to see someone fall down over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. They want to see people keep falling down. They want to see people keep failing once they start rolling down that slope. And it's not good. It's not good at all. I don't know why this is so like why are people just doing this? And it happens in a real life situation too. Like, if you take round one for existence, you take round one for example, there's so many cliques and groups and people who like cancel, who try to cancel other people or try to push people out of the circle of like the rhythm game community, or they just try and dogpile, or they try and gaslight somebody into thinking that they're bad or what they're doing is bad, or people just pretending to be like friends or just fake people in general. That's all over the round one community, all over the rhythm game community. It's fucking gross. It's fucking gross, and it's no reason for it. Like, why are we wasting our time being mean to others for literally no reason? It just makes no sense to me. And it's all over. It's only gotten worse and worse as the years go by. And I don't understand why people can be so rude and mean and gross when there's literally no reason to act that way. It's almost, you can almost take it to like a mental illness sort of thing. Like, there's literally, people will just act like gross fucking people and be rude to people for no reason. And then if there is a reason, there's no reason to escalate it to a point where you push the people away. You try and talk shit about them to other people who literally have no idea who they are in the first place. And you're just trying to manipulate people into dogpiling onto certain people and cancel them and kick them out and shun them. It's fucking crazy, bro. It's crazy. Like, it's not that hard to just be friends. It's not that hard to be supportive of one another, especially if we're in the same community. Why are we having infighting in our community when we should all just be loving and supporting each other? Makes no sense, dude. Makes no sense. But it does happen. And it's only getting worse and worse and worse. And, you know, it's not the first video where I've talked about that sort of thing. And the people who know they know who they are. And it's fucking gross. And it's pointless. So, what all that means is, relating back to the Cinder situation, cancel culture is bad. That's just an objective truth. And how the Cinder situation connects to the first situation, the hack situation that I talked about, is that I don't like the cancel culture mindset and the dogpiling and all that shit, because God forbid that Cinder takes her own life for whatever reason, due to being overwhelmed, stress, realizing that she literally lost everything in her career. If she were to take her own life, that would just be absolutely horrible. I don't care what you think she did or whatever the fuck. Nobody deserves to suffer like that for anything. Especially in an online environment. Nobody can do anything to deserve like somebody taking their own life. No, never, ever. Never, ever. And if that turned out to be the case with Cinder, that would just be absolutely horrible. And then everybody, the people directly involved will feel absolutely devastated that somebody would take their own life over that situation. No matter what she did, no matter what Cinder could have done, there is no reason that people should be happy or glad that she would take her own life because of that situation. There should be that should not be the case. Ever, at all, no matter what. And that's what I really want to get through, is that nobody deserves something like that, no matter what they may or may not have done. And going back to the hack situation, that's pretty much, it's like the same sort of mindset. You can boil it down to this. Somebody does something that's kind of bad, and then a group of people dogpile onto this person for doing something bad. And because you have like 100 people versus one person, those people can shun that person out. They can exile him. They can talk shit. They can spread any kind of narrative that they want about this person. And then everybody will just believe those people that are talking shit about this one person. And then when that escalates, when that snowballs, and then when you have someone like Hacks who takes his own life, and then after all that happens, it's like, oh man, I guess we shouldn't have been dogpiling and shitting on him like that for little to no reason. It's almost like we're all human fucking beings, and we all live in the same fucking planet, and we all need to understand and support each other no matter what. Because people, like, you have to understand, I will say this 100%, any online dumb bullshit is not, it's like so minuscule. It's like an ant. It's like an ant. There's nothing anybody can do in an online environment, in an online space, whatever, that could merit people being happy that somebody died or people wanting somebody to die. There's never a situation where that's going to be okay. And unlike situation 1, Cinder is still alive and well. But I would be absolutely devastated if something were to happen where she took her own life because of everything that happened. And it sickens me to think that people either want her dead or would be happy if she was gone. And that's just fucking disgusting, bro. It's so gross. And there's so many people who have that mindset. It's so disgusting. It's so disgusting. I've experienced it myself too. I don't know. I would never fucking do that to anybody. I literally will hear something about somebody, and even if it's the worst thing ever, if I see them in public, I'll fucking talk to them. I'll play games with them. I'll do whatever the fuck. Because it's never worth it to make a big deal about anything. If it was truly a big deal, then serious action would be taken. Or they'd be put in jail or something like that. But, you know, when it's just like stupid middle school shit where people are just gossiping and talking about this and that, and then people in cliques and groups are like, oh, don't talk to this person. They're bad. They did this one bad thing and now everybody should hate them. Everybody needs to hate them. We need to dogpile on him and we need to hate this person because they did something kind of bad. It's like, bro, what the fuck is going on here? It just makes no sense, man. It just makes no sense. When somebody takes their own life, that's when it needs to stop. And it's obviously not the first time. There's been many situations similar to the hacks one, where people will just bully and dogpile onto somebody, and then oops, they committed. I was almost gonna censor myself, but then I think I should censor myself. I don't know. Where someone takes their own life, and then after it's like, oh man, I didn't want them to take their own life. I wouldn't have said what I said or did what I did. It's like, no, bitch, you shouldn't have fucking did it in the first place, especially if it's not even your business. So, yeah, I just wanted to put that out there in case, God forbid, that Cinder like takes her own life or just disappears. Even if she just disappears from the online environment in general, that would be just as bad, because obviously the whole internet dogpiling on her is not good. Like, we all have our limits. If that was you, would you want it to be like that? No. Everybody would say no. Nobody wants that. And then it's just something that will always keep happening as long as there are like gross, ugly people who are just wanting to start shit or keep the fire burning for no reason. Which leads me to the third situation. Sorry, there's a car. The third situation of fucking Etika. The whole Etika situation was so fucked up, man. This dude was literally spiraling in front of thousands on thousands of people, and they were just cheering him on. They were egging him on to do more crazy shit, and nobody was helping him. Nobody was helping this fool, bro. There's someone, like, literally, there could be somebody stabbing themselves in the neck with a knife, stabbing themselves in the arm, the chest, and there would just be a crowd of people egging him on to keep going and keep stabbing himself over and over again. And then when they're finally dead, they're like, oh man, I didn't know he was actually going to die. I probably shouldn't have encouraged such horrible fucking behavior in the first place. Like, it was so obvious, guys. Like, I can't even... It's so draining to talk about, because literally, Hacks did not need to die. Etika absolutely did not need to die. There is such a lack of concern and such a lack of help for somebody who was clearly in need of fucking help, guys. But we don't care. We see somebody spiral and then we clap and cheer and want them to spiral more and more and more. And it's fucking disgusting, guys. Why the fuck is the world like this now? It was not like this 10 years ago. It was definitely not like this 20 years ago. Why have we devolved into this fucking awful, like, oh, it's so gross. It's so disgusting. When does it stop? When does it stop when everybody dogpiles onto somebody and encourages the worst of the worst to happen? And then when the worst of the worst happens, everyone's just like, well, first of all, it's fucking worse if people are happy about it. Second of all, it's bad when people who are dogpiling turn out to be like, oh man, I didn't want them to like take their own life. Now I feel really bad. It's like, no shit, you feel really bad because you're participating in something that's absolutely disgusting. Why the fuck are we doing this, people? It makes no sense. It makes no sense to dogpile on anybody for anything, especially when they've already suffered or are suffering in real time in front of a live audience. But it's never going to stop. It's never going to stop. And that fucking sucks. Obviously, it's not going to stop. The Etika situation is, it's pretty far off. But the first situation, very recent. Second situation, hopefully nothing further happens. But even then, we just gotta stop dogpiling on people, man. We gotta stop. It's just because the world is so angry. Everybody's so angry. They just want something or someone to go off on. And then when something like this happens, like the Cinder situation, everybody takes their rage and frustration out on the what do you call it? I don't know, like a beating stick. Everybody takes it out on them. And then when shit hits the fan, people are like, oh man, I was not expecting that to happen. And there's no reason for it, man. There's no reason for it. We all gotta be loving and supporting. And dude, it's just like, oh my God, it's just that simple. The world is fucked up because we live in a world where a majority of people want to see other people fail and obviously want to see themselves succeed. But why the fuck can we not just support one another and want everybody to succeed? Why does it have to be that way to where we push people down who are already falling? And then if people do one little thing wrong, then everybody dogpiles on them and shatters their whole existence. It makes no sense, guys. It makes no sense. And there's obviously many, many cases of similar things. But we don't need to keep doing this. We do not need to keep doing this. It's just so pointless. It's so pointless. And it makes no sense. Even for stuff like all this is fucking small time. But then people escalate it and then it turns into a big deal. And then when you think about people who have literally murdered people, when they go into the court case, there are some such situations where the family of the person who got murdered will go up to the murderer and forgive them. They will offer them forgiveness when they literally murdered somebody, like a family or whatever. They will go up to the murderer and forgive them. They will go and hug them. If people can do something like that, then we can all support and apologize or whatever to each other, because none of this means anything. This is all small time. This round one shit, this anything. It's all small time. So why are we wasting our time being gross? Why are we wasting our time being mean? Why are we wasting our time talking shit about people behind their backs? Why are we wasting time trying to get other people to dislike somebody else for little to no reason? Why are we wasting our time? You're going to grow old and think about that and realize how stupid you are for trying to do shit like that. It literally, it adds nothing. It adds nothing to you. Even if you completed the goal that you wanted to do by shunning somebody or making everybody hate somebody, even if you achieve that goal, it's nothing. It gives you absolutely nothing. It just makes you fucking gross. And I can never imagine myself being in that situation to where I'm actively spreading rumors and talking shit about somebody, because I'm just here, bro. I'm just here for a good time and a long time. Which is why I don't really care. I don't give people shit, bro. People who even fucked me over, I was like, oh, hey, bro, I fucking... Okay, I'm just rambling. I got nothing else to say. The video's over. Don't be gross, people. Everybody deserves a chance. Everybody deserves to be loved. And don't don't feed into the cancel culture type mindset. Don't feed into that gross negativity. If none of that existed in this world, the world would not be anywhere close to what it is today. But because everybody indulges in that sort of cancel culture mindset in some way, shape, or form, that's why we live in the world that we live in. And that's all there is to it. You know, it's never going to change. Even if people are 100% aware of it, it is never going to change. But hopefully people can watch this and think about what they do or what they say or how they treat somebody or what they think of somebody else. And everybody makes mistakes. We're all human. Everybody does something stupid. We have all been there. We've all done something stupid. We've all had that feeling of being dogpiled on. We've all had that feeling of everything that's been talked about. And I guess the last big takeaway is never take your own life for any reason. Even if it seems like the world is crashing down upon you, it will always get better. It will always get better. Or rather, if you're rock bottom, the only way to go is up. And you will only go up. Oh, I'm tired. Hopefully that got some points across to people. Because I just think about, like I said, I've experienced this myself too. And like I said before, I've done some bad things. But just because I've done some bad things doesn't give other people the right or the reason to talk shit behind my back, to spread rumors behind my back, to get people who don't even know me to hate on me, or, like I said, all dogpiling. It just makes no sense. It just takes a lot of effort to do a whole lot of nothing. And it's just gross and pointless. No reason for it. There's no reason for it. Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Oh. You was serving as a waitress in a cocktail bar. That much is true. Don't you want me? You know I can't believe it when I hear that you won't see me. Don't you want me? You know I can't believe you when you say that you don't need me. Fuck. Okay. I'm gonna upload this shit tonight. Tonight, I fucking bet you. Alright, we're done. We're done. We're done! Oh my god, I can't believe we're going out to space. Oh, to the other space.